The first thing you should do before traveling with your dog is to evaluate their overall health. Ask yourself these questions. Is my dog physically healthy enough to travel? If you're unsure, ask your vet for advice. It's important that your dog is healthy enough to date on vaccines before traveling anywhere new. Does my mode of transportation allow dogs? Regardless of how you're traveling, each company has their own set of rules and regulations regarding bringing your furry friend along. Will my destination allow dogs? Always plan your trip ahead of time and make sure your destination allows pets. Also be sure to check for local places where dogs are allowed, as you should not leave them alone in a new environment by themselves. If you decide to travel with your dog, start researching your choice of transportation and make reservations in advance to avoid any last-minute issues that might delay your trip. Some train operators allow you to bring your dog for the ride. However, some restrict their pet policy for service animals only. Check with your train operator for additional information. Unfortunately, only service animals are allowed on national bus lines, but if you are traveling locally, most regional lines are dog-friendly. Policies do vary, so make sure to do your research. Most cruise lines make exceptions for service dogs, but most do not allow pets. The cruise lines that do allow you to bring your pet usually require the animal be kept in an on-deck kennel facility, which can get pretty expensive. Many people choose to fly with their dogs. Each airline has their own set of rules, but usually health records are required in order to bring your dog on board. If your dog is being transported as cargo, you must have an airline-approved crate or carrier. In some cases, your dog may be allowed to remain with you in the cabin. However, rules and charges vary. A good tip when flying with your dog is to make sure you know where your dog is at all times. Ask a flight attendant or baggage employee if your dog made it on the plane before taking off. Layovers and other delays could cause you to be separated from your pet. You can reduce this risk by booking a direct flight when possible. Bring multiple copies of your dog's medical and shot records. It's always good to carry copies in different places so you reduce the risk of losing them, causing unwanted delays. Dogs can get motion sickness when traveling. Signs of this include vomiting, urinating, uneasiness, yawning, and panting, to name a few. To avoid motion sickness, bring them out for one final potty break and do not allow them to eat before a big trip. There are over-the-counter medication options available, but make sure to always check with your vet before administering any new drugs to your dog. Consider getting your dog microchipped, especially if you're traveling internationally. Some countries even require your dog to be microchipped. Occasionally, you will need certain health certificates or even a pet passport when bringing your dog into other countries. Be aware of the country's rules, because many ban the import of bully breeds. It's very important to keep the same routine with your dog. The familiarity will reduce any stress or anxiety your pet might be feeling due to travel. Here's what you can do. Bring their bedding if possible, bring their favorite toys, take them for regular walks, and most importantly, keep them on the same diet. No matter where you choose to stay, make sure you respect the pet policy and always clean up after your dog. Consider alternate options if you find traveling with your pet isn't the best option, such as hiring a pet sitter or boarding your dog. Happy trails!